Hello, friends. Welcome to Black Metal and Brews, a program in which I discuss heavy metal and beer. In this instance, I'm opening my mail at 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday because time is nothing anymore. Distance is nothing. It's all we're seeing these very abstract things becoming just as much of an abstraction as they've always been, now that a lot of these social forces that rely on them no longer function the way they have. So we're gonna look at my mail. A very exciting thing. I know that, much as you enjoyed watching, our friends, depending on your age, either Pee Wee Herman or whatever the guy from Blue's Clues name was, getting their mail. As an adult, you will now engage in a similar practice, but no items in my house will sing unless you've consumed the appropriate substances that will cause that. But nothing on my end is going to make that happen, so do it yourself. I have faith in you and your ability to manifest that. I've got just a couple small ones today. As of the last time, I'm drinking a Left Hand Brewing Milk Stout. Nitro. It's good, you can see not too much froth on top, because it's just nice and creamy, just good. Just a very standard beer. Obviously, again, dear vegan friends, I'm letting you down, sorry. But it's not, it's still vegetarian, right? Anyway, just a great standard American stout. There's a few others I really enjoy, but this is the one I'm drinking. I'm on a budget. I have a 6-pack of it, and I'm gonna do some more interesting beer reviews soon of some of the bottles I've been sitting on and saving for a special time. There are no fucking special times. It's a pandemic. What is anything anymore? First up. Package comes from a Mr. S. Peacock, an individual you may know for projects like Mastery or Pandiscordian Necrogenesis or Pale Chalice, or in this case, wow, I'm really glad I was careful opening that. In this case, it's a Pandiscordian Necrogenesis tape. Boy, you can really see the thing reflecting back on itself. Look at that, you can see the recording button. We're gonna really enjoy that for a second there. Recording the recording. This tape is called Elohim Glowing Bile, and it's I got this on one of those recent Bandcamp days to support the artist. Kind of neat print on the cassette there, you can see. And, I liked the first 2 tracks, but the third track, if I recall, really sold me. I only listened to it once just to see if I wanted it, and I intentionally didn't dive further because I really wanted to have the cassette before I really gave it a listen. But I remember the third one being kind of godfleshy. Now, the thing about Pandiscordian Necrogenesis is it's a one-man band, and that's cool. There's a lot of one-man bands out there, but most of them do not play everything at once. So in this instance, it is bass drum, snare, hi-hat, guitar, and voice. So live shows, which I have not attended, but I know of, I've seen footage, the internet does this for us, consists of him sitting in a stool with, his bass drum and snare and stuff, and he's shredding on the guitar while using his feet to do the percussion and also performing vocals. I can't do one of those components properly on my own with, and this fucking guy, honestly, dude, fuck you. That's not fair. You need to let somebody else have some talent, because, just a smidge. No, but really, really good music too. because like I realize it could be a novelty act. It's not just interesting that he's multitasking. It also happens to be good. So we got this flyer announcing upcoming releases of his. I'm gonna just let you pause that, and you know, if you really want to see more, you can do that yourself. I'm not gonna read the whole thing out to you, but you know, that's cool. Here's one I want to get out of the way because I don't want to end on a low note. I received a letter from my friends who have this band, Boot Blacks. Really love them. I interviewed them recently on this very YouTube channel. You can watch that. This letter, you know, and I had to check, so it was kind of loose at the seam, and I'm like, oh, you know, it happens. It's humid out. And then I noticed that, you know, this was supposed to have a pin with their logo. The baggie was sticking out and there's nothing in it. And I realized I can kind of imagine a postal worker thinking, oh, there may be drugs in here or something. And I understand routine inspections. But, you know, this was clearly like opened and resealed, or I mean, there's a tiny tear on the side here, but I don't think the pin fell out. So, you know, to the USPS worker who decided in the midst of a pandemic they needed a pin from a darkwave post-punk band that they probably haven't even heard of. Dude, fuck you. That's a sincere one, honestly. Whereas the one to Mr. Peacock of those amazing bands is, you know, facetious. Really disappointed. Anyway, Bootlegs has a new record coming out, and based on the singles, it's going to be really wonderful. So, you know, I'm happy to have thrown them a few bucks. I really don't care about the loss of a pin. I'm not going out, and nobody sees me. I don't need another accessory, but God, I wanted it. So, when we can have shows again, I'll probably get something neat from them at one of those. I think they still may have a bandana or two in their store. Like, they got cool merch. Their logo is like this cool triangle with a hand in it. Like, they're very good at the visual side of being in a band, which makes you more inclined to want to wear that on your person, right? At least that's how it is for me. And, you know, the last package for today, we're keeping this one nice and short. There's another New York band that I wanted to support. You know, because they got, right when the pandemic began, these guys kind of got pulled off the road because sometimes when you're on tour and a pandemic occurs, you can't really finish your tour. So when I saw this shirt being made with funds going to Black Lives Matter and stuff, I knew I had to have it. It looks beautiful too. So it's from the wonderful folks in Uniform. It is, if you look closely, you can see, what's that? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Cop car on fire. So I like that a lot. I think that makes 2 uniform shirts I've got in quarantine. But you know, when the money's going to a good cause and you get to rep a fucking killer band, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. They're great people. They've got a new record coming out in a couple months called Shame. You should also put in a pre-order for that. Again, singles have me thinking it's going to be a ripper. It would be odd if the singles came out and they didn't represent the record as a whole. I realize that in some popular music forms, that's sometimes the case, or at least that was when I was buying that kind of music more as a kid. But I find in a subculture, the singles are often not so much a single as it is like, we have to release something, but we don't want to put out the whole album before it's out, so you get this song. And Uniform have been just on, like, they were already doing all right, you know, for years and years. I mean, they were a good band. And then the Long Walk came out a couple years back, and just, it's just been really cool to see them and their trajectory since, both artistically and also just in getting great tours and stuff. So I'm really excited to see the complete thing with Shame. And I'm excited to see them again, like, you know, again, in the real world. They're also local to me. Would be nice. I really don't have anything else. You know, I thought I'd have more to say, make this take longer. But, you know, sometimes they're short and sweet. And, you know, you don't need to spend more time looking at my face. What you do need to do is spend time looking at the links below this YouTube video. There's information about all 3 bands mentioned. Go support them, go listen to them. For the rest of 2020, every first Friday of a month is going to be Bandcamp Day, where the bands get all the fees. So if you can hang in there and, you know, maybe support these bands on the first Friday of any given month. This is coming out for August, but you know, if you're watching this in the future, I mean, it's always the future, but do that. You know, put it in your wish list in Bandcamp and then buy something on the first Friday of whatever given month. Give them some extra cash. You know, we want to see our artists thrive. Of course, if you can't afford to, no shame. Listen to it anyway and enjoy it for free. Most of this stuff is out there streaming for you to enrich yourself, because you fucking deserve it too. The world is a wretched place right now. The least we can do is be gentle with ourselves, within reason. Anyway, you can see more videos like this on my YouTube channel, which is where you already are. You can follow me on social media if you care to. You can support me on Patreon if you care to, because all this stuff does cost money, and I'm currently making all my income from disability checks because I am, despite appearances, a disabled person who cannot work right now. Hopefully all that changes soon, but for now that's the case. You know, you can do the like and subscribe thing. I'm never going to be making money off YouTube, so it doesn't hurt my feelings if you don't. But, you know, that's an option too. I'm Ben, this is Black Metal and Brews, and I'm going to have some really exciting stuff for you really soon. Really soon. What is it? Well, I've got another interview coming up on Friday, August 7th, which is going to be, by the time this gets uploaded, it'll be now. So I'm going to be speaking with the band Vile Creature about their new record, Glory, Apathy Took Helm. So that's going to be really lovely. Maybe they'll let me see their pets. That's really all I'm in this for. It's like, you know, if a musician has an animal, I want to see it. Anyway, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and say something nice in the comments below if, you know, did you discover a new band from this or something? Or share a new band with me. Fuck it, you know, it's an exchange. I am not the be-all end-all. God, I'm not important at all. Be good. Bye.